Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So Siddiq was a character that appeared in seasons 8, 9, and 10 of The Walking Dead. He was portrayed by the actor Avi Nash, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And in season 10, episode 7, well, in season 8, episode 1, he was in the very first episode of episode 8. That was when we met him. And then in season 10, episode 7, he was killed by Dante. So basically, the character lasted 2.5 seasons. Now, in season 8, he sort of started off as this lone survivor that was on his own, and Carl found him, and Carl wanted to help him because Carl was trying to do the right thing, and he's thinking sort of about the future and how they need to help new people and not just fight in wars, but actually figure out what to do after the wars. And Carl was getting to know Siddiq, and Siddiq told Carl about some of his religion, which included his mom believing that when you kill walkers, you're releasing their souls and helping them. So Carl was helping Siddiq kill some walkers just to sort of be nice to Siddiq, just to help Siddiq, do what he believed his mother's religion was. However, there was an accident, something went wrong, they got attacked by walkers, and Carl got bitten by a walker. So Carl's dying, and this just motivates him to help Siddiq out even more. This just motivates Carl to be even better and try to make a big difference before he dies. And Carl's slowly dying over the next few episodes, and Siddiq is really sad, but he's saying, Carl, I'm going to live for you. I'm going to honor your death, and my life is going to be honoring you and what you did for me. So Siddiq's storyline and his character develops through seasons 9 and 10. He becomes the doctor at Alexandria, and in season 9, he's sort of one of the people that Michonne talks to a lot, and Michonne listens to him and his advice. And Siddiq does try to honor Carl's memory. He does a lot of good things. He helps people. I mean, he's a doctor. He's helping people. And when the communities are separated and not helping each other out anymore, just sort of functioning as independent communities, he continues to argue that everyone should come together and come together and come together. He refuses to accept that the communities are staying apart. He wants them to come together, and he continues to argue with Michonne about it. And then there's the 10 heads on spikes close to the end of season 9, where Alpha and the Whisperers decapitate 10 characters. They capture a bunch of characters and decapitate them. And they captured Siddiq too, but they make Siddiq watch these characters die, and then they leave him alive to tell everyone what happened. And he gives this big speech about how we need to honor those that died by no longer being apart. We need to be together as a family and come together as a family. But in season 10, he struggles with PTSD, and then he's eventually killed by Dante. And Dante was a medic who was helping him, but it turns out that he was a Whisperer and he was a spy. And when Siddiq finds out, Dante has to kill him. So that's basically the end of Siddiq's character. And it was a very controversial death, and it's still kind of a controversial death because a lot of fans were angry that the character that, Carl Grimes died for, who said that he would honor Carl Grimes, only got killed a couple seasons later than Carl got killed. And a lot of fans are upset about it. But honestly, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with Siddiq's death. It didn't really bother me. I think he lasted long enough. And as far as his death goes in season 10, he's really the only major sad death we got in the first half of season 10. There's Dante, but that's not a sad death, really. And really no one else very big died. Siddiq was really the only sad, tragic casualty in the first half of season 10, and I think it was good. I almost kind of like the symbolism. There's actually a little symbolism about how when he got captured by the Whisperers along with the other 10 people, in a way he was the 11th head on a spike. He was the 11th victim. He just it's like he took a little longer than the other 10 because it always haunted him. It always stayed with him. He even said to Rosita in the episode where he dies that he felt like he never left. He feels like he's still there. So I like the symbolism of that, and I liked his death. I liked the way they killed him off. I think he had just enough character development for it to be a sad death, and he had just enough character development in seasons 8 and 9. I mean, he lasted 2 whole seasons. He was in episode 8. He was in season 8 since episode 1. You know, he was in those 2 whole seasons, and then he dies in the middle of season 10. I mean, that's not too bad. And yes, technically he does die 2 seasons after Carl died, but keep in mind, because of all the time jumps, there was a 6-year time jump in season 9. And before that, there was like a 1.5 or a year time jump. And then in season 10, there was a few months time jump. So it had been about probably 8 years since Carl had died. So in reality, Siddiq had spent 8 years honoring Carl's memory, you know, honoring Carl's death. And he did do a lot of positive things. He was a doctor that helped people. When all the communities were separated and Michonne was firm in her belief that they should stay separated, Siddiq continued to argue against that. He continued to argue that the communities should be together and help each other. When the Heads on Spikes happened, he was traumatized, but he stayed strong, and he took all those deaths and he tried to give them meaning, and he continued to do his best to do good up until his death. Up until the moment he died, he was fighting. He was fighting to help people. He was fighting to do the right thing. And I don't think his character really needed to continue to live on. I think his character had a satisfying story arc. And I really am not against his death. I mean, I know some people are against his death, but honestly, for me, it worked, and I wouldn't change it. I would leave Siddiq's death in season 10 the way it is. Now, I mean, if you hate me, I'm sorry, but I respect other people's opinions. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about opinions, is that different people can have different opinions. There's no rule that says that you have to be at each other's throats just because you think one thing and someone else thinks another thing. It's especially about a TV character. I mean, who cares? Just accept the fact that someone thinks differently than you do. But me personally, I think Siddiq lasted long enough. I think his character, you know, his story arc had a satisfying beginning, middle, and end. And it is The Walking Dead. Characters do die, so I don't think that just because Carl Grimes died helping him, that means Siddiq needs to survive 10 seasons or survive the series or anything like that. I think his death turned out pretty okay. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 695 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 700 in the next couple of weeks. So just remember, every subscriber counts. Every bit of support matters and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 700. Anyway, with all that said, I'm Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.